Well, here's the thing about your your we're on. Here's why I don't like the clean shaven look for me.
Yeah.
Is that one, I have no jawline. You've got like a decent jawline.
You can work up your jawline. No, I'm swear to God, like I shaved and I was so immediately insecure about my jawline. I was like, oh shit, I gotta like fucking.
How do you work it? We're talking bone structure. Like, yeah, you could have some muscles right here.
Yeah.
But when it gets to this.
Yeah, no, like right, yeah, like
the
this
gullet.
Stuff. Well, you can do. There's some exercises, so you can do like some. Yeah, you look like a.
Like a pelican.
Like a pelican.
Pelican brief.
No, get some. There's something called mewing. It's literally called mewing, where you can like start to build. It takes a while. Like I don't even know if it works, but you can build the jaw muscles out here. Right. Gum, you can chew like hard gum. That'll over time get a little more. If you work it a little more, because listen, I wasn't even working my jawline because my giant beard.
Right.
So then you gotta like
before the beard, you were working it.
Before the beard, yeah. Before I got the beard, I was pumping up my jawline. So you don't like how it, yeah.
Well,
I think it looks good.
You have to have a strong jawline. Having a beard helps make it it masks it, so you can't tell if you have a bad jawline, which is girls like a strong jawline.
Sure, they also like.
Just fact. Second, you think they also like a clean shaven guy?
Yes. I don't even think it's.
What about
You look like.
Here's.
I'm just gonna be a little honest. You look like. Clean shaven, I feel like 10%. I feel like if someone came in here, you'd probably be 10% more likely to take charge.
Really?
I think they'd go to you. I think a good clean shave, and you must have got a cut because you're groomed pretty well right now.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the top level moves. What are you gonna say?
That's fair.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't have is an upper lip. You have a decent upper lip. I've got zero upper lip, and girls like a nice upper lip. My lower lip is great.
This is the best thing ever. I love this episode. You can work on that. Because this is...
Injections.
I shaved too. You think I'm kidding? I was doing some exercises the other day to get my lip out. I swear to you, bro. Go on. Yeah, first of all, get some good moisturizer. Not just chapstick, lip moisturizer. Yup. And work.
There's no way you can work on your upper lip
without
injections.
You don't want to get like a fake lips. Yeah, well...
What do you think, Hardy?
If you got fake lips, dude, that'd be a riot.
I don't think there's any going back either. I don't think you can try fake lips.
No. And as a man, it's particularly fascinating to take on fake lips.
I don't think you can do it.
No, there was a guy, I was watching a video the other day, and it always makes me laugh because the guy has to like preface the video by being like, look, there's only so much you can do for your jawline. You know, it's kind of stuck in place. Or he'll be like, look, they're your lips. You kind of have what you have, but here are some moves. And then he'll give you moves.
Does he have a before and after?
Yeah.
Or is this like a troll job and like you don't understand that it's a troll?
No, and the best is the before and after. I saw one, and it looked he started in a better place. Dude, I'm gonna send you these videos, dude. No, dude, they're mostly male models and shit. There are people that have to like look like tricks, like look pretty good. Like one trick, the guy was brilliant. He goes, if you're taking a picture, press a little air and then close your mouth and then take the picture.
Are you going to take it? I'm losing.
Yeah.
It starts getting red in the face. Should we take it?
So I'm getting red in the face. Miller's gonna pass out from his lip exercises.
Why does Miller look like a blowfish in every photo?
But here's the other thing I will say about this, and you could say there's a certain je ne sais quoi to certain characteristics about someone if they highlight the strengths. So like Seal's got that scar, you might not love it. You might have a thin upper lip, but if everything else looks good and is attractive, then it's actually kind of your quirk,
Signature move.
Yeah, my front two teeth are kind of turning right now, you know, and that makes me look a little distinguished.
You have, but you have straight teeth. You don't. My teeth are
Your teeth?
jagged. Yeah, my teeth are jagged.
Oh, you mean like they're sharp?
They're all sorts. I feel like I got some like rabbit teeth, some like butt like.
I don't think they look that. I think they kind of look like mine. They're larger. Because, like, this is how I feel about it.
We're all just in each our own heads, huh?
Absolutely.
That's what it comes down
That's
to.
what it comes down to. But I think there's some.
Do you think I need it? Because I'm
Get a tan. Can you get a tan?
no.
That's always
Here's
helpful.
I saw a picture of Pomeroy. It looked like he had a fake tan. Was that real? Is that real
Did he
or
have
no?
a spray on? I have no idea. It's
It
with
may
him
have been a
last
long.
night.
It may have been a long time ago though, because he had
Fun.
long hair. Does he have
Oh,
long hair
that's
again?
Insane. No, he
was
has
probably
very
a-
short hair.
It was probably a long picture on it, but it looked fake tannish. But anyways,
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I'm so self-conscious about my small upper lip that when I kiss a girl,
Yeah, you.
I lead lower lip. Every time.
Don't tell me. Is this in your act?
No, it's
This
not.
is brilliant. This is brilliant. You lead lower lip.
I lead lower lip,
How
and
do you
he
even kind of you sort of?
because I suck on their upper lip. So that's why I can't date a girl that doesn't have an upper lip, because two people with no upper lips can't coexist.
Yeah, they cancel each other out.
Yeah, I gotta suck on a good
Well,
upper lip, and they have to suck on a good lower lip.
Yeah, so there's a certain sadness to that which I relate to, which is, are you thinking about that when you go in to kiss a girl? Does that pop in your head like, oh, my lip?
If they start to go for upper lip, I position out of it pretty quickly.
Right. That's so interesting. I mean, yeah.
Do you kiss lip on lip, like lower lip meets lower lip and upper lip meets upper lip? I always lock lip, like
What do you mean? Yeah.
a lip sandwich. Lower, lower, upper. I never meet straight on.
I mean,
Unless it's a peck, like a goodbye peck.
right. I kind of think I do. I kind of turn and meet straight on, I think.
Like this.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, if you do what you do, it's more of like a makeout, right?
Right.
Right.
I pretty much
you can
exclusively
break.
make out. I'm not pecking. Unless it's a goodbye. If it's a goodbye, however they meet, they meet.
Yeah. But I think this is I don't know, man. I really like. Look, I was super self-conscious because I felt like my face was very round and like ovally.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have none of the. You know who has a great, like, Cecilia Murphy, the guy in the Peaky Blinders guy?
Yeah.
His jaw is, like, nuts.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that. You can't really, there's nothing you can really.
I'm telling you, I think a jawline is, as far as facial features for a man, a jawline's probably number one, I'd say. For women.
Yeah, I think, well, it depends.
Eyes and jaw.
Yep. Good nose. Chicks like a nice nose, big nose.
Do they like big noses or small noses?
I think they're probably like both, but I think they do kind of like an uglier.
An ugly nose.
They do.
They like a schnoz.
Yeah. But again, you can't be a fat guy with a schnoz. A lot of this stuff only works. Like, your big schnoz only works if, like, you're kind of ripped and look good. And they're like, oh, it's cute. He has a big nose. It's like one thing that's wrong with him.
Do you find a
Right?
big nose on a girl attractive? No.
No, I think that's something I don't
You can't
particularly
sign off on.
appreciate. You know, the first girl I ever dated when we started dating, she was just gotten a nose job.
Smaller.
Yeah. She was so self-conscious, and I was like, "Don't worry about it. This is going to be great."
We can work around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like very grateful that I was like, she was like, "I can't believe," because she had like this big mask on and stuff.
Oh, you said we can work with your nose job,
Yeah.
not your original nose.
Yeah, I was like, when we started dating, she like literally had all the bandages on.
It was brand new.
Yeah, and she like hadn't healed. And I was
It's
like,
like a
"Don't
buy
worry."
low, sell high move. You're like, I'm assuming what's going to come out of this these bandages is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, "I know how you looked before. I didn't,
Yeah.
we weren't dating, but it was excellent."
But now that you fix that,
Yeah, this is gonna be sweet.
can I take a peek?
Yeah, let me take a peek.
A little peek ski. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll probably keep this for a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a. I'm big back into the clean shaven, mini shaven look.
But
I'm
once
really
again, you
enjoying it.
have
I'm enjoying it.
you
thoroughly.
have features.
Yeah, we have similar.
I don't think so. You've got an upper lip, and
I got a decent upper lip.
your chin doesn't go straight into. I can only fit
Your
two
chin
fingers.
goes- Oh, I see what you're saying. You don't. Your chin is
Doesn't
closer to your
protrude.
neck.
Yes.
Yeah, like more like okay.
I
like
can only
more like
fit
that.
2 fingers from chin to. Yeah, you can fit a good 3.
Yeah.
I don't
You've
know.
got good structure though. You got good symmetry, eyes to nose,
I got a
forehead.
crooked nose.
Dude,
Yeah.
I fucked my nose up so many times. Broken,
I've got
deviated septum.
Have you had work done?
No.
I'm thinking about
I
getting
prob-
work done.
Yeah, why?
Just straightened out, not shaved down.
Yeah, but what was your body fat, dude? I was thinking about you in the gym the other day. How embarrassing's that? I was like, fuck, Miller's it. My body fat percentage right now is like 29. It's I got
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. I'm working hard.
I started looking at you. I'm not even looking you in the eyes anymore. Well, my body fat, the doctor thought it was an error. It was like 3% body fat. He goes, "This isn't really possible," but
Yeah.
and I was like, "Why don't we remeasure it, doc? 3% body fat."
Yeah.
What the fuck was I gonna say? Are these new kicks again?
These are just workout kicks.
New kicks. No?
Yeah, well, I mean, I got them like
A couple months ago.
yeah. These socks are killer, huh?
New socks.
Let me tell you, this is how you
Hardy is a brand new.
this is how you step your game up. I'm gonna tell you right now is your sock game.
Now let's sit on the socks for a second.
Yeah.
What's your? I appreciate little details, right? Like this,
Right.
subtle.
That's
But if
right.
you got
What the-
flowers on your socks and it's like bright neon pink and orange, though that gets a little crazy. This is nice and subtle.
well,
like
this is yeah. So you're saying more like when? Do you care like if someone wore something like that like to work or something, or you mean like just like when it's like too? Because this is getting there. I don't have like stuff on them, but it's pink and
That's not to the extent where. Is
It's
it pink?
yeah,
Oh, I guess it is.
yeah.
But it's almost white.
Yeah, I like an accent like that somewhere that's not like jarring. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a nice.
But it is jarring once it's revealed.
Yes. Once it's revealed, you're like, wow, that's a nut, you know.
This guy's a little sock douche.
Yeah. I mean, look. I think like, I think you can kind of go almost as crazy as you. I don't love, like, okay, so I got a different pair that have, like, ice cream cones on them.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. I got another pair that have little palm trees.
Listen, you're going through a phase. We all go through phases. I was there one time too.
You don't like sock game.
At our age, not that crazy a sock game. That's fine.
Interesting. You like more
Ice
of a
cream
professional...
cones. It's like, what's the point? What are we doing?
Here's one thing I'll take about this that I like that you're saying, because I like the clean shaven. Because you're coming at it. I was saying to you too. There's a certain like grown upness,
Yes.
professionalism. You're saying this is a little more like what's not these.
These are
particularly.
fine. Ice cream
Yeah.
cones, it goes all right.
Right. What are you doing?
There's this meme. It was this guy in a suit,
Yeah.
and it was like an eye banker, and it said like guys that wear weird socks at
Guys
work,
that
and then
wear
dot
weird
dot, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm kind of edgy," or like,
That's
"Yeah, I'm
exactly-
kind of a hipster," but it's really an eye banker with wearing like
Yes.
weird socks.
Yeah, because business people, a lot of those people, there's not a lot of areas you actually can.
Right. So that's the only play. Yeah.
Right. Like, really kind of. I just think ladies,
No, the guy that's kind of hiking his pants up to try to let it
yeah.
show.
You gotta.
Pretending to itch his ankle. The ladies probably appreciate it.
I think they love. I think it's like your tie game or your T-piece game. Ladies love a guy that puts a little box your briefs game. Your boxer brief game. These are the games. These are the games.
Of children.
These, if you're just like, these are what I think a lot of women like if you put some effort into.
Once again, I think that's something. But there's something to say about just the cold hard assassin that has crisp socks and just black boxer briefs. Black briefs.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing tie-dye undies.
Yeah.
Just black assassin. I got better shit to do than to be worrying about my little. But listen, if you just went to the store and got a bunch of popsicle fucking
I'm gonna return-
Barbie socks.
I'm gonna return them.
I have
No, I don't have.
I have some colorful socks.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel a little self-conscious about wearing them.
Yeah, I know. We all, there's a whole group of us that feels self-conscious about, like, fashion.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. Like, yeah.
Well, what you're doing is you're indicating the type of guy you are. If you're wearing all black,
Yeah.
you're either like trying to be cool, or you're just saying, I don't really have time to be into fashion,
Yeah.
right? Like, this has a businessy, I don't have time for this whole rigmarole outfit, right?
Yeah.
If you start wearing like Luciano, right?
Yeah.
And you do too, like he's got like a shirt like of Hulk Hogan or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you're trying to be cool.
Right. Yeah.
You don't actually like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
You like the idea of someone wearing a Hulk Hogan shirt as a 30-whatever-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're indicating something about your personality when you wear things.
100%. I think it's like a direct reflection.
Yes.
I think it's a direct reflection. So I don't know. My buddy used to.
Tone.
Yeah, my buddy always used to talk shop about The sock game. Cause like if you're keeping it kind of generic, otherwise, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're like, that's where like he would always talk about like accents should be boots, belt, socks. These like accessories are kind of where you can shades. You can kind of accent a little bit if you are, and then you don't need to be the guy that has like we're talking about little accents, right? A pink sock. Go look at the award shows. The guys are dressing up like women.
Yeah.
We're not even getting into like literally going that far. Oh, I'm going to paint my nails and wear a skirt. Like that's where people are now. Like that's where a lot of like fashion is now. I'm not going to go like, for me, it's more like, what? It's more like
RFK.
I see that stuff and I'm like, oh, that's kind of a sick look. I don't know
Right.
that I could pull it off. Maybe I'd try it at some point, but I'm not doing it right now. But what
Yeah.
I do like is, all right, from my generation, from where I'm from, like you accent peeps on kind of the not so immediately obvious.
All right. Listen.
Shades you know.
Every now and then I'll throw on some weird socks. I'm not totally against it.
I'll tell you one thing that
But you can go too far.
Yeah.
You can go too far.
Yeah, you let me. I'll tell you one
If
thing.
you got SpongeBob SquarePants on your socks,
Well, this I do dislike kind of like sometimes like you see people have like they have like a jacket with like a crazy patch.
yeah.
All these patches and all this kind of stuff.
It's like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, it's not clean and I don't like that cuz it's not clean enough,
Right.
you know? But I don't like bunching. Do you have I'll like part of the reason why I like a little bit better underwear if you can afford them is because I hate all the bunching from shitty cheap underwear that happens when you put on shit.
Yeah, well, I go Saks. I have one.
So there you go.
I have one pair of underwear.
Yeah.
Saks.
And you'll listen, my opinion, you'll feel much better. The assassin look is a ridiculous way to be like, all right, I'm just going to like Mark Zuckerberg looks like an idiot.
That's Zuckerberg.
Right. Or Warren Buffett like drives a dumb car. Like in my opinion, you don't need to spend $1 billion, but like you also
No, you got nice stuff,
yeah, you also
but you don't need to have like yeah. What else you got?
Yeah, I'm a new man. I got dude,
Do you want to hear my move?
yeah.
I don't know. This probably won't take that long. I am now. You can purchase a blue check mark on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
$15 a month. Did I tell you about that?
You've been able to do that, right? Like people are pissed off about it.
I guess so. I don't know. I just figured
Yeah.
out about it through my blue. I got the blue check mark.
Oh, you went and bought the blue
Yeah, of
check
course.
mark. Yeah.
Because when I think about it, my profile is supposed to be a professional profile, right?
Yeah.
I'm not just a user. I'm like, I want it to be a professional profile.
Right.
So I went blue check mark, and I'm getting a little bit of backlash from peeps about the blue check mark. They're going, oh, you're spending money for the blue check mark?
From who? How do they know? Like they
They know. I'm not getting verified just from fame.
right. How do you get verified? Do you know how they do that?
You have to be like Tom Brady. I think now, unless you have like 1 million followers, probably after 500,000 you get verified just regularly. But other than that, you have to buy it for $15 a month.
So they're giving you shit. I would think most people had done this.
Well, most people don't have $15 a month to spend on a blue check mark. They have $15 to spend on
15.
cocktails, I guess.
Yeah, well, you would think $15
For the check mark. And
yeah,
I think
if they're using Instagram.
and I think if some Joe Schmo in like Missouri looks at my profile, they're much more likely to follow me if I have a blue check mark than if I don't.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, this guy's a pro.
Yeah.
So I'm doing blue check mark.
And how's it? Is it going well?
Well, people have asked it like, how you get the blue check mark? And I'm like, well, you can buy it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you bought it? And I'm like, yeah. I don't know.
And they don't want it.
They think it's kind of egregious.
Is this just comics?
Mostly comics. 99% comics.
Comics are always with the different things. They have so many things that they're like.
I go, what does it matter if I try? Yeah.
What are you? They always like.
Sorry, I'm not just putting like this whole. You just gotta put your head down and move. It's like no. Sometimes you gotta make some moves that are a little weird and out of the box.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you follow the road led paved by comics, you will end up in a very weird place. Okay? The amount of things that they're like, oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that.
Yeah. It's like, where are you?
Yeah, dude, like, that's the conventional wisdom. Follow the conventional wisdom, you'll end up in a conventional place.
Yes.
What do you... No, don't get the blue check mark. Like, why?
I'm even going even further, which
Yeah.
I don't know who's doing. I don't know if anyone's doing. I'm paying Instagram. You can boost.
I'm paying in.
You can boost your clips.
Oh, I've seen like something like that, right? On the like on the business page, you can like.
You can boost it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you can set your target audience.
Yeah.
Who do you want to see it?
What are those options?
Well, you could do age, male or female.
okay.
You could do location too. So
Yeah.
I didn't do New York, so I don't want
Right.
Mark Norman to get like advertisement of Tobin Miller doing bullshit crowd work. So my demographic right now is 21 to like 35,
Yeah.
like southern states.
Oh.
Texas,
Wow.
the state of Texas, the state of Mississippi, Florida,
Right.
Georgia. I think I even did like the Dakotas.
Yeah.
Maybe like Colorado, just like places where I feel like they're on Instagram a lot.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
And
So
so
you can
I've gotten a lot of
boost them at-
followers.
You have.
Yeah. I'd say it's on average, depending on what clip I boost,
Yeah.
I'd say on average like $1 a follower. I get a lot of views.
Right.
I get thousands of views, but only a certain amount follow me after.
Sure. That's like a metric, right? Like views to converting views
Yeah.
to follow.
So I'm throwing
Yeah.
some cash
You got look,
into Insta. I'm putting ad dollars out.
yeah, that's one that I think you got to do. You got to put some cash into what you're doing. That's one thing too that I noticed that people are always like, "Oh, what are you doing?" It's like you got to spend, dude.
Yes.
That's why you need a gig. That's why you need money to put into shit.
I was thinking about boosting some of our epic old school, like Soup in the Garbage,
Yeah.
like some of those like high level derivative GP clips.
Right.
Seeing if
right.
any nibbles come out.
Yeah.
Go
yeah.
fishing.
In the Dakotas.
Yes. Let's see if the middle of Dakota likes our little Soup in the Garbage bit. I sent you that clip, huh? Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
It's that you go, there's something a little grotesque about eating warm trash.
Yeah, it's so great. You're like, it depends on what time of year. That's a nice move. I like
Yeah. I'm throwing the ad dollars in. I'm making a play.
yeah, you're going hard.
I'm
I'm
putting-
in the complete opposite. I backed off again. I am like so over Instagram
Of what?
right
Of
now.
Instagram, yeah.
Just like yeah. I just was like kind of pushing it for a second, and then I'm like, wait a second. I got a lot of other stuff I'd rather be doing.
Yeah.
So
Good, man.
I'm back where I began. I always do this. I'm like, I try to be like, different. Like, all right, and then like how I actually am wins the day.
Yeah.
Just like,
I almost gave in to the dating apps again today, but I didn't.
dude, I had a
Almost.
whole.
Are you on?
No.
Have you been on any dates lately?
I've deleted them all again. I'm telling you, that was another revolution again.
We'll both be
I'm
back.
done. No, I'm done. I like updated. I did new pictures for a second. I like went I went all ham. And then like some girl was like she goes
It's always this one match just gets you and you go, what the hell am I doing?
Two things happened. One, I got like a 26-year-old rocket matched up with me. Immediately, I very simple message, nothing back for like a week or whatever. I'm like, fuck this shit. And then this other girl goes, I was like,
You started making preparations for this rocket.
I was just like,
You go, where am I going to bring her?
I was just like, anyway, this other girl was like, when are we hanging out? Iced coffees, you know?
Yeah.
And then she's like, take me on a real date. Iced coffees are for errands. And I was like, yep, delete.
Did you say that?
Delete everything. No, I didn't say it to her. I ghosted her, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not responding to that. I was like, forget this.
Take me on a real date. What is this, man?
What? Just like
it's like entitlement where like the guys have to like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we'll prove it. How about we go for coffee first?
Yeah, who are
meet
you?
Each other before I take you to some like what? Like we're gonna go on a cruise. We're gonna go to a white tablecloth dinner. What the fuck do you want? Anyway. Look, I get it. I'm sure there's guys that do that, but that's not my style. I'm 37-year-old man. I'm not fucking around with people I don't know anymore. And if I don't know you, then we're meeting beforehand.
You should have said your mistake. You didn't know what I was going to do with you after the iced coffees. And then do like a sailboat emoji.
Yeah. That's funny. Like we were going to
I was going to bring you on a sail cruise to the Ellis Island, but I guess not.
Here's the thing.
Sounds like you date too much. That's what it sounds like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Such a good point.
That's what those types of girl, they date too much.
Yes. And then another girl was like, love where your head's at. When I texted the thing, she goes, but I work in person in Dumbo every day. And then like a melting face.
What does that mean in person?
Because I was like, let's get a coffee in Rockefeller Center.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well,
are you
I'm
trying
not
to do
going
work
to
like
Dumbo.
Dates at work, kind of like pop out for an hour?
I'm trying to go near.
That's kind of a
work.
That's kind of a renegade move. I kind of like that.
Yeah, fuck this shit. I'm not.
I work in Midtown. You want to hop out for an hour?
I work in Midtown. Let's get a coffee.
I might have to get the dating apps back for that.
Well, good luck because I got no traction. You want to get them back to use this move that I'm using that no one's bought. No, they so then that just like fizzled because it's like, all right, we're neither of us.
What are these on, Hinge?
All of them, dude. I got rid of all of them. So then, so I arrived back at this place where, that one girl too that I left a message with. Turns out anyway.
What message? You left a message?
I called her. Remember I told you that?
Oh yeah.
But once again, I realized what, at least for me, at this stage of where I'm at, dating apps are a disaster for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not bopping around, hanging, drinking, meeting up, sleeping around, fucking, doing all. I'm not doing any of this. So I go on the dating apps and it's mostly people who are
it's a different playground.
Yeah. Who are you? What do you want me to do? I'm not. And then what happens is I'm before I know it, I'm like, I remember this. Like, I deleted them, and instantaneously, I was bored for like a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got that. I was like, fuck, I'm bored. And then I was like, oh shit, this is good, because this is what hadn't been doing. So I sat in this miserable boredom, and I looked at like a script on my laptop. I was like, this sucks. I'm like, this sucks. Like, I don't want to look at this. And then, and then I picked up the book my sister got me because I'm officiating her wedding.
Uh-huh.
And I started looking at that. I was
That's
like,
pretty sweet, huh?
yeah, I was like, this is like, and then it started kind of rolling. And then before I know it, I'd done a bunch of work and notes I needed and made a binder for Saturday with the questions I needed to ask in the structure of how it's going to go. And when I was done with it, I was like, God, this is why you don't go on dating apps. Because I'm getting things done otherwise, dude.
Praise the Lord, man. I'm telling you, dude.
You know what I mean, dude?
The life,
dude.
Hey, I hate to say. Hope I don't get too Andrew Tatey.
No, you're fine.
Unplug from the Matrix.
Yes, dude. Yes.
The dating apps are so matrixy.
Yes, dude.
And you just kind of glaze over, and you're swipe, message, swipe, and then you go on the date. You're like, wait, why am I even on this date right now?
Yes, dude. Yes, dude. And then you do the swipe, and then you put it away, and you go, okay, I wonder if that one person got back to me, or I wonder if and then you get a match, and you go, all right, let me put it away and not hit that match up for like 3 hours.
It's all consuming.
Yeah, so
it
then
really is
you
all
go
consuming.
about your life, and you're at the gym, and you've got 3 matches in your head. You're
doing push-ups, and like you don't do the last 3 because you're like, I gotta check.
I gotta do this fucking
to see if anyone has matched with me in the past 60 seconds.
Yes.
Do you think everyone's like that, or you think we're
dude.
just crazy?
No, I think everyone's like that. I just think they don't give a fuck because they've got worse problems. They're probably
They've got nothing else to do, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're on Instagram more, or maybe they're a fucking drug addict, or maybe they drink every night. So it's the least of their problems that their head's in a dating app. Relatively speaking, they've got way bigger issues. They're not going to notice it.
I'd be curious to see what the percentage of like 21 to 35-year-old single people, how many dates a week they go on.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like 3?
I mean, I think if you're on those things, it's like 3 to 4.
3 to 4, right?
I'm talking to people who are and they're going on 2 to 3 without question.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is so many first dates.
That's why you see these like TikTok accounts
Dude.
where it's this girl and she goes through all of her she TikToks her first dates with all these different dudes.
Does she? Yeah, it's so
First date with the New York City guy. So he brought me to Cinderella. We had this great dinner, and then we went to this, and then he gave me flowers, and then this.
Right.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, I don't know. It's like one of those things where then what happens was you get the worst part is when you get an exciting thing, which you think is like a real you're like, oh shit.
This is a live, this is a live fish.
I got a live one, and now you really aren't thinking about much else. Don't lie. Even if you go do something else, there's a certain like hum in the background. And it's like if you literally got rid of it, what you immediately actually feel is a certain need to sort of like find a direction for your life. Because like it will take over that aspect where you become a Monday to Thursday, you're like a dating guy.
You stop finding joy in other things.
It's so ridiculous.
You know what I mean? Like
yes.
you'll be like, when I realized here's when I realized it was really a problem.
Yeah.
I've been swiping a bunch. I've been swiping all day. It was back when I would swipe like 3 hours a day.
Yeah, which is like, by the way, that sounds great. But also if you have those things, it's like TV. That's not that crazy. You might end up on it if you have a conversation or two or you swipe for a couple hours. That's like, I mean, what can you...
I have a show at the Stand. I'm following Dan Soder. One of the best
Oh,
comics.
oh my God! I was like, I thought you were following him on social media.
No.
on like
I'm
the
following.
show.
It's at the stand. It's like a book. It was a produced show, like maybe 6 months ago, 7 months
Yeah.
ago. I'm following Dan Soder, one of the better comics in New York. And he's up there. I should be watching. I find myself just swiping out of,
No, see, that's right. That's crazy.
and then I found myself like,
that's crazy town.
he gets the light, and they go, all right, I just lit him, and I go, what was I just doing? Was I just swiping on the dating apps instead of watching one of the best comedians in New York who I'm about to follow in New York at a club? Like, what the fuck am I doing? And I was even doing it kind of like in the corner so that no one would see that I was swiping. It was real crackhead behavior.
Yeah, there's just this gorgeous moment in your life that you'll want to look back on in however many years. Oh yeah, your dad was following Dan Soder.
Yeah.
The stand,
Yeah.
packed house. Dad, that must have been unbelievable. And you were like, no, I was swiping on Tinder.
On dating girls.
Yeah,
These are girls
that
that
don't
go
know me.
that are daters. That's their best attribute. And not to say it's just the guys too. That's their that's what they identify as.
Dude, okay,
They
love that
identify
you-
as dating app people.
And I love you brought this up. It was turning me into that.
Yes.
Where I'm like thirst trapping on these photos for Tinder. I'm like trying to make the bio a little less like stuffy. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, in order to try to match, I have to sort of like conform,
Yeah.
you know? And so I was like, dude, fuck that
There are
shit,
there are two people, comedians that have Jason Choi and Jamie Wolf. They both recently broke up with girlfriends, right? They've both
Yeah.
come to me asking about the dating apps because I guess I'm like the dating app guru, like because they
Yeah.
know that I'm on it, and they go, "What do you think? Should I get on them?" I go,
Too nice.
"It's the best thing and the worst thing at the same time." I gave them both options. I go, "Listen, it gives you access
Yeah.
to a lot of potential dates.
Yeah.
A lot of people are on them, but at the same time, if you think about it, it is the pinnacle of crack because
Yeah.
it's, as humans, we're designed to seek out procreation and sex. That's what we've been designed as
Yeah.
for millions of years.
Yeah. The survival of the species.
Survival of the species.
Yep.
So you're designed. So the best feeling in life is sex.
Yep.
You now have an app in your pocket.
Yeah.
At any point, you can
Yeah.
pull it out and get sex within an hour.
Yeah.
How are you not just always on your phone?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because you have too, like, that's or you can get the prospect of potentially, because I wasn't like having a lot of like.
Sure, but that's just as good.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Just-
no,
yeah.
it's even worse
yes.
because it's an illusion. It's selling you of these potentials, but it's nothing. You're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
None of this is happening. And if you do, it's like you said, you go on the date. You're kind of like, what the hell am I doing here? So
Yeah, back in the day, thousands of years ago, if you failed trying to procreate, you might get killed by like another guy or something. The girl might kill you, you know, back in the day.
yeah.
There's no failure.
Yeah, you can just stay.
Even if you get rejected, you don't even know that you're like, there's a general rejection happening,
right,
but it's not like this person rejected you.
right.
You just generally know that you're getting rejected because you're not getting.
No, it's worse. No, I think it's even worse. I was having the problem. It was destroying my self-confidence. I'm not gonna lie, because
Yeah.
it was all it was doing was highlighting a certain like lack of what the app's supposed to be doing. I don't know. It's a weird analogy. It would almost be like if you were like on a fitness app, but you weren't working out.
right.
You would just all day be like, okay, well, that's a person who look.
Yeah.
It's like after a while, I was just like, okay, every time one of these things fails, a misconnection, whatever the fuck this is, I feel worse about my situation.
Well, the other thing, if you do,
It's just
if you
silly,
go,
dude.
if you
and
go
it's
math,
not real.
if you go math terms, the amount of time spent on the dating apps
Dude.
for just to get on a date
That's what I'm
What's
saying.
the hours per date?
I think you have to be seriously. This is, you know what it's like. It's like the comic
better
on
off.
social media.
Yeah.
No, it is like it's that gift and a curse where it's like if you actually want to do it correctly, the Instagram, whatever that is, which is why I pulled back again on that, is like you literally have to be the guy who treats it like part-time job, 3 to 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours a day, and you're going to be thinking about it outside of that and like kind of doing things to help it, whatever, like whatever, like working on yourself, whatever fucking shit it is. So you're looking at 2 to 3 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, every day a week. So that's an enormous.
So you could do that, or you could develop another. It's like a side hustle.
Yes.
Is your side hustle dating?
Yes.
Or is it something to better your life? Or
reading.
You'd actually
reading.
You'd be better off, to be honest with you, going up to random guys or girls that you find attractive in the city.
Yeah.
For 3 hours a day. If you went up to girls or guys for 3 hours a day,
I absolutely think you would be better.
You'd get way more dates, and you'd get a better sense of who the person is before you go on the date.
Yeah. And you would get the experience of like meeting some cool people.
Yeah.
As opposed to like what's happening there.
Yeah.
I just like, as soon as that happened where it's very rare
We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, it's very rare that I do something that immediately causes a benefit.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty rare. And usually the things that are like that, are really obvious. It's like as soon as I went to the gym again, I was like, what the fuck have I been doing? This is definitively a positive.
Yeah. Fuck.
It's just one of those where it's like, yeah, you can stop. I get it. I've stopped. I didn't go for a long ass time. It's a lie if you're like, oh, it doesn't help certain mental processes or That's just wrong.
Yeah. No,
it's like diet. It's like diet. It's like, no, trust me, I'm fine eating what I eat. It's like, no, it's not. It hasn't killed you yet, but it's not a good. That's not a good thing. If you stopped right now and ate a salad, you would immediately feel better. When things are like that, you should probably chill the fuck out on them.
You want to
get a better balance of what you're doing. If you immediately, it's like reading too. You ever pick up a book when someone goes, I picked a book up finally, read it, and I was like, I feel like I feel like I learned about something I haven't learned about. It changed my perspective. You're like, yeah, it's reading, dude.
You want to hear some? I was in Canada this past week.
Yeah.
And a lot of my family members are like, oh, I love the pod. We listen to it every. I realized that our audience is probably like 90% family and friends of ours. So our family and friends and we're like lecturing our family and friends on why to not go on dating apps and why they should go to the gym. It's like self-help for family and friends.
It's like my life. I've been a guy that I've always loved telling people about stuff because I've fucked everything up. If it's out there, I've done it the wrong way. I've done that my entire life. So when I correct a situation, I'm very interested in giving you my experience with it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, I've done it that way. I've done it this way. Like, here's why that generally won't serve you.
Yeah.
Like, more recently, we talked about this. I just stopped taking my job that was, like, actually paying me as serious as I should have. I was like, oh, all right, this is fine. It's kind of like, it'll take care of itself. And it's like, no, dude, that will bleed into your life. You should be giving 110% to everything you're doing as you're doing it.
Yes.
And I know this, but like you'll have experiences just like in your life where you just start kind of thinking, well, maybe I don't care about it as much. And it's like, well, that's not a reason to not have it be in the best possible situation it could be in.
Right.
So Get out there, peeps, and
Get out there and do it.
And work on and get rid of the dude. And the other thing was, like, I had been as happy as I had been in a long time more recently. Literally having fantastic days, starting my day on the with the people watching and hanging out. And I was like, now what I notice is if I inject something that like the nap or something like that, that's like a pretty big stressor, I will instantaneously notice it.
Well, remove
because my baseline is not dog shit. My baseline's actually quite peaceful.
Yeah.
I've worked damn hard for this inner peace. I'm not demanded at work. I don't have to rush in. I don't have someone fucking telling me what to do. I'm free financially. I don't have fuckers hanging over my head. I don't hate my job. I like my friends. I go to the movies when I want. I don't have all this shit where people I'm not drinking, I'm not on drugs, I'm not smoking. So if people come up to me and just insert something fucking stressful, I'm like, whoa, dude, no, dude. I can feel that. That's no good, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking me up. That's fucking everything up. And I wanted to like the apps. I wanted to be my ego wanted to go out and crush puss and dominate, and be the guy who's like, oh, let me bop, let me shake. And I'm like, oh no, it's just stressing me out.
We should make a dating app for people that hate the dating apps.
Oh yeah, no, this is a brilliant idea. Wait, whoa, dude. What would that look like, do you think? I think maybe more like people seriously interact through letters maybe or something, like longer communications.
I think it's like a meetup.
Oh, you don't even talk on the app.
Yeah, Saturday at noon. We're going to have, and we'll make sure the ratio is 50-50.
Right.
Saturday at noon, here's an event that we're holding.
Right. Like a book.
It's essentially speed. We're talking about speed dating right now. Dude, we should go on some speed dating. Dude, we should go speed dating.
I'm 100% in.
Do you want to go speed dating?
Yeah, and I know one of my friends goes on these singles meetup hangout. My brother went on one.
What do you say about it?
He said it was actually kind of fun.
Losers.
There's a ton of losers. Dude. That's what I worry about in my head. But I'm starting to realize I'm one of these losers.
Right.
I'm not.
We'd blend right in. No one would look at us and be like, whoa, I can't believe these fish are here.
How are these guys? You're more, though. You're 30, right?
I'm 31, yeah.
You're 31.
Yeah.
So I think, look, it makes more. I'm impressed if you're more. Because it's taken me a long time to arrive at kind of a place where I don't really care so much, or even if I wanted to, I wouldn't care so much about this aspect. I care deeply. It's just what I've realized is two things. One, when I'm on the apps, I'm a dating app guy, and I don't want to meet a girl that wants to go out with a dating app guy. Right.
That's what I'm putting out there, is that I'm a dating app guy. What I should do is focus on job, comedy, working out, reading, all this stuff, so that when I meet a girl, she meets who I would be during the relationship, not who I am single.
Right.
So I'm going to I'm going to weird concerts.
It's very healthy.
I went to chick, that's the type of stuff that I would do if I was in a relationship.
Yeah, the artist dates. Yeah.
Artist date, right? And then also,
that's the best stuff.
I found I've only had one girlfriend, and I was off the dating apps for 6 months when I found her.
Really? Oh, is that how it was?
I was off the dating apps for 6 months. So I think
Yeah.
When you're off the dating apps a long time, you end up finding people who you're more compatible with naturally rather than like forcing it because
Yes.
you're both on a dating app.
Yes.
That's what
I
I'm
think
hoping. That's what I'm hoping. And let me tell you, it's tough. You'll
that's
be sitting at home. It'll be a Monday night, Sunday night. You got nothing to do.
Dude.
You're sitting at home. Nothing looks good on the television. You're scrolling through Netflix. Nothing looks good, and you go, I bet there's a lot of cool hot chicks on Hinge right now. And I could swipe for 2 hours and probably get a good solid 10 matches. Line up some dates for the week. They'd all cancel on me or not message back. It's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's almost like drinking. My brother's best friend, he got sober.
Yeah.
And he went on a podcast talking about sobriety, and one of the great things he said was he goes, like, I realized how many hours I've wasted of my life being hungover.
Yeah.
That's
like, how I felt.
It's weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of your life wasting being hungover, and that's how I'm starting to feel about dating apps.
Right.
I'm like, it's a waste.
Yeah. And you don't even realize the opportunities because you feel like you're wasting time. You don't even know the opportunity cost of like things that would have happened if you wouldn't have felt that way.
Right.
Like maybe you would have met someone, maybe something would have changed, that you would have done this or that. Like you're delaying your life.
Yeah, you.
What happens is and this is what I wrote that one script about. You literally are delaying, like the one where he travels in time. In time, he projects in time, but only forward in time. So you like wake up and you literally are just delaying. You're like, oh, I haven't moved forward.
Right.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
About being hungover?
No, I was gonna say you find yourself like it's like a nice sunny day out.
Yeah.
And you're on your couch swiping. It's like noon, and you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll go back to stories next week.
Who knows? We never know.
We might get real tatey here.
Yeah, we never really know. I did see Oppenheimer.
She Barbie?
No.
Really?
I want to see Barbie bad, though.
My buddy John said Oppenheimer was pretty good.
Yeah.
No?
Did you see it?
I haven't seen it.
All right, we'll talk when you see it.
I can't hear. There's something for me. I like an empty theater if I'm going to do theater.
Yeah.
So I like it to run its course a little bit, and then
Yeah.
I'll see it like on its last legs.
You got time. You got time. I just think it's very healthy, just to say what we were talking about before. Look, I haven't been in a relationship with someone for 3 years. Longest in my life. I think it's almost like a fast or almost like something like that's like that recalibrates your understanding of something. There's an unbelievable healthiness to not being someone that literally can't not be with someone.
Yeah.
And it sucks too. There's like parts of it, obviously, it's like, oh, this is like kind of like, but it's a better situation than being in a loveless marriage or something that's trapped. Seriously, it's a better situation than being in something that you're going to have to break off because you're not being honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Like, just a better situation. So, yeah.
Guys, like, subscribe, comment, share, vote for RFK in the upcoming primaries.
Dude, he's fantastic. He's fantastic. He's
I'll tell you what, dude. Apparently, his party hates him. The Democrats hate him.
It seems like everybody. It even seemed like Bill Maher kind of was like, he was on Bill Maher, and even Bill Maher was like kind of like
a lot of people
getting at him a little bit.
A lot of people can't get behind the anti-vax. He claims he's not anti-vax.
Yeah, he is. Well, he got the vaccine.
He got the vaccine.
Yeah.
All of his kids are vaccinated,
Yeah.
but he thinks that there's not enough testing around vaccines before they get licensed.
Right. And
But anyway,
yeah.
you've seen a lot of his podcasts, right?
Yeah, I watch a lot of his stuff now.
And he gets a little crazy about during the Rogan podcast. He says that
I
cell
didn't
phones,
see that one yet. I gotta watch that.
Wi-Fi causes cancer.
Yeah.
Like 5G causes cancer. He's like all in
Yeah.
that train, and I'm like, well, I don't know.
Of course not.
It sounds kind of crazy, but I don't know.
I do like how he's putting some of these theories and like current science to the test.
Yeah.
Like he was talking about like school shooters and like SSRIs and the relationship of vaccines to like autism.
Yeah.
And like we should be testing this stuff.
Well, apparently that's controversial. That
Oh, well, great. Test it.
it
Test
causes
it.
autism. Yeah.
It's fine if it's controversial. Testing, it's just a different question.
I'm with you.
Right. And if people are shooting like the SSRI for like literally anything, everything should be on the table there. If you have to fix a problem like school shooting, literally nothing should be off.
What's an SSRI?
It's the antidepressant medication
Oh.
that the entire generation, which we all know because we're in that generation, or the one below us, which everyone has been prescribed now, sort of like Adderall. Everyone just has it, and we're all like, all right, yeah, I'm sure it helps in certain ways, but
It does seem like everyone's on antidepressants.
everyone's on antidepressants. Like, they will give you, the entire country's on antidepressants, and it's like, no, it's just a fact, and everyone's depressed.
This is just for the real baby shower
Yes.
podcast heads. Everyone
Watch
else,
out.
everyone else tuned out.
Matt's gonna start
Everyone
getting
else
political.
tuned out 30 minutes ago.
Let's do Matt's political
Corner at the couch at the end.
tail end.
Tail end. Only
Tail
the true
end.
heads know.
Anyway, I just think
We should get
like,
baby shower comedy podcast T-shirts where it says baby shower comedy podcast, and then the timestamp is 1.00.01. That's when the fun begins.
That's political corner.
That's political corner. No, but all this stuff like
Yeah.
military, all that stuff, everything that he says.
Dude.
And once again, I don't know how many. Here's the thing. I haven't heard any other presidential candidate talk, and this is also just me removing myself for the majority of my life from politics.
Yeah.
I haven't heard many other presidential candidates talk for 2 hours, almost uninterrupted, about topics so that you can actually hear
Right.
who they are, what
Yeah.
their reasoning is,
Yeah.
all that stuff. I think it's like, it should be required,
Yeah.
like,
But they
every
can't.
presidential candidate should have to go on YouTube,
Yeah.
whatever, and do a 2-hour
Totally.
speech about
Yep.
what their policies are and why they think it.
Yep.
So that you can be like, all right, I follow that logic. I follow that logic.
Yep.
Cool. Now I'm on board. I follow that
Yep.
logic. I follow that logic. I don't know about that.
Yeah, because you should be able to
Instead of
elucidate.
just saying,
yeah.
I believe this. I believe that. I believe
Right.
this.
Right. And that's why that guy's smart, because that's his bet. He's making a bet that going on the podcast rounds and making sense and talking truth about topics like is going to help him win, because other candidates can't do it. Because
They get the papers from their staff. And
yeah,
they go,
they
"All right."
can't. Dude, how are you going to talk about? You can't talk about politics in this country right now unless you come out of the gate with the fact that the relationship between the government and the people is broken.
Yeah.
We know it's broken. We know the Congress is more divided than it's ever been. It's impossible to pass legislation. We're at war, right? We have problems in the cities with violence. Like, we have problems with the school shootings. We have problems with the war in like dumping all this money. We know that there's all this stuff. So if you come on and you go, you start talking about how great the countries do, like, there's a divide. It's like, well, how am I supposed to follow along with you if you don't even admit
Yeah.
that
it
we've
seems-
gotten to this place? Like, at least he comes on and goes, here's what's wrong, black
Right.
community. Here's what's going on in the cities that I can see and I know, and I hear you, I'm hearing
Right.
you, and like, here's part of the problem, and you're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But you hear these other candidates, they don't even they like turn off to the potential suicide rate problems, the problems with the pandemic, like
The fact that
all these
30%
businesses
of men
closed.
aren't getting laid.
yeah, no one's getting laid.
That'd be a funny, dude. A political candidate, a presidential candidate. Have you heard
Dude.
that 30% of men aren't getting laid? What are we gonna do about that?
Dude.
No, I know, man. It's all crazy, but
Yeah, and like the privatization of like, or the government and the private sector are now in bed together.
well, how
which
about
is the biggest problem, because if you're a company, you can just pay for what you want out of the government. Or how about the opium epidemic, where there was a company that just got Americans addicted to?
what about RFK? He's going to do a executive order where you can't have pharmaceutical ads.
Yeah, done.
Isn't that kind of like, once I thought about it, I was like, why do pharmaceuticals have ads? That's weird.
100%.
You should only
And he's a lawyer. No, this is
Right?
exactly right.
You should only
Yes.
get medication if you need it. And if you need
Yeah.
it, you go to a doctor. And the doctor should know what medication
Yup.
to give. Why am I seeing Humira? Why am I getting put in this?
Yeah, and then he was talking about how Obama got in bed with the pharmaceutical industry when he did the healthcare thing. And look, dude, we bailed out. I always say this. We
We
bailed
should
out.
get tinfoil for the political corner. We should
We'll
put
get
tinfoil hats on.
Brilliant, dude. I'm done. I'm doing that. Okay. You can't bail out Wall
funny.
Street in 08 and 09. You can't bail them out. The criminal, you don't put them in jail. You bail all of them out. And then when the pandemic hits, you let like half small businesses die.
Yeah.
You just can't do both of those. You can, but then you're going to lose the trust.
You want to know why you
between
can?
the government and the
You want to know
public.
why you can?
Yeah.
Because big businesses are donating to the political candidates, not small businesses.
Right, dude? So just
What do
speak
you have to say about that?
Just speak the truth on it. It already happened. All right? Just admit to it happening. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, admit
Have
to
you
it
seen
happening.
the UFOs?
Yeah, okay. Well, that's just true. Those are coming out, dude.
Non-human biologics found in crash sites 10 years ago. Government's been testing them.
Yeah, dude. We
All right, we need to get on.
look. We're getting tinfoil hats. We're getting tinfoil hats, but at the very least, I think. Look, my roommate is that monk guy, right?
Yeah.
Ex-monk guy.
Yeah.
This guy, look, he's an outsider, but now he's been in America for many years. He comes up to me, and I'm sorry. These are the kind of guys that it's interesting to hear. You know, he was a guy from a different place. He has a very clear kind of and he can see what we're doing. And he's like, dude, how in God's green, like, how on earth are you given the Ukraine? Like, he's like, how is that? He was so confused. And I had to sort of take our I had to be like,
Right.
well,
You go,
they
Putin's crazy.
yeah, and we like, and
Putin's crazy.
we're like, yeah, we do that kind of stuff. And he's like, it's so broken, Matt. It's so broken. Dude, we got to get tinfoil hats
getting
for the
tinfoil
political
hats.
corner, dude.